It is a fine Sunday for volleyball, and we are in the thick of our semifinals here in the 2024 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. We are back here at the Phil Oil Echo Oil Center in San Juan as we take a look at the protagonists for our main game coming into the stadium today. Siyempre, nagpapatawa pa itong mga player na to. All of them trying to get in the right frame of mind for this heated competition coming up. The Crisscross King Crunchers going up the Signal HD Spikers in our main game. As we said, this is a doubleheader. We already got through our first game today with the FEU sweeping Yogo. And these two teams only know how to play it hard and play it tough against each other. Wala yata ko matandaang nag-sweep or hanggang 4-set. Mas marami pang 5-setter. And hindi ako magugulat kung nandun tayo ngayon. So I hope you have a lot of time in front of the TV today because there is going to be a lot of great volleyball action ahead. Chiki Raupuno with my partner Ivy Remulla and Ika Basamas will be joining us in a little while. Ano ba sasabihin natin pag nakita itong dalawang teams na to? Hindi na kalay hype?
That's right. And it's sure 5-set match. And sabi nga nila, no, this is a parang a preview ng what we will see in the championship.
Malamang. Because if we take a look at the standings, syempre, nandun sila sa taas after the first couple of days of the semis.
That's right. A very good start in this round for both of these teams, Signal and Crisscross, winning their first few assignments. So ang Signal lamang lang ng isa pang laro from Crisscross, of course, if they win today's match, and that would mean it's a sure spot in the championship. Samantala ang Crisscross, you know, even if they lose the match today, still has the opportunity because of the remaining game. So again, in this round, all the wins really count. So I am sure these two teams are working very hard to get that win.
Yes, and we saw earlier before this game, nakaisa na nga ang FEU. Our Destiny Yogo is still struggling in the semis. I think it goes to show na talagang naglalakasan na itong mga local teams natin. Ano?
That's right. They're becoming very competitive.
Yeah. So, looking at the previous games of both teams, this is a good way to compare, no? Kasi pareho silang naglaro against FEU, starting off with Crisscross.
That's right. Well, it was an easy assignment, fairly easy assignment from Crisscross when they went up against FEU. They managed to get that in 3 sets, but it was not an easy 3 sets. In first 2 was very tight, but because of the errors that FEU committed in this match, it gave more opportunity para this to Crisscross. At yun naman ay hindi nila sinayang. If you take a look at the numbers, you can see in all of the different scoring departments, lamang itong Crisscross. And yun nga, taking advantage against ito dahil sila experience, taking advantage of the fact na nagkakaroon ng konting problema itong FEU with the errors at talaga namang umarangkada na itong Crisscross on the 3rd set.
All right, and taking a look at those numbers also, we are expecting a block party tonight. Why? Because we've got Gian Glorioso at the top of the standings sa blocking, and sabi nga nila, he had 9 glorious blocks against FEU in that last outing.
He has really been showing a lot of potential. Na naging magandang revelation itong sa Gian Glorioso para di sa Crisscross. He's a top leading blocker for the league and average 1.1 block per set. So ganun siya ka-consistent, and 6 out of the 9 block points that Crisscross got on the last match was care of Glorioso.
Alam mo, alam niya yan na best blocker siya. I'm sure may pressure din yan. And we want to know quickly what he thinks of his journey so far and how important this game is against Signal.
It's very surreal kasi yun nga, I was out of volleyball for 3 years. I wouldn't be here if wala yung coaching staff namin, yung teammates ko na nakatulong sa akin to, as much as I'm trying to challenge them, and they do their best then syempre to challenge me. I think yung importance of yung game namin sa Signal obviously is because it's good na knowing na we equalize kasi nga our only loss ng elims was from Signal. So I think it's a big boost in morale if nanalo kami today.
Napaka-mature, no? Napaka-poised itong si Gian. And nakikita mo yung when he plays when he's on the court.
That's right. And we know that we will be expecting a lot from Gian today because alam na sigurado ang importance ng kanyang defense at the net to stop yung kanilang mga opponents today.
Yes, of course, a big spiking team. Let's take a look at the previous game of Signal against FEU. This is a good comparison like we said. Na-sweep din nila ang FEU.
That's right. This is also a 3-set win by Signal against FEU. But if we take a look at the numbers though, I think mas naging maganda ang ratio or proportion ng score dito ng Signal. FEU scoring lesser points against the match ng CRISS, but nevertheless, this is still a 3-set win. And naging talagang power or ginamit a weapon rather ng Signal dito sa laro to in all tournament long as ang kanilang service. They have been serving very well, putting a lot of pressure at the service line. As you take a look at the numbers, 8 service aces, talagang pinahirapan nila ang defense or first ball ng FEU.
Kaya naghahanda na talaga ang Signal with their defense. And we also saw the big numbers in the attacks of Signal. You mentioned CRISS, the #1 blocking team, so a lot of action at the net today for sure. And if there is one thing that is for sure and one thing that is crystal clear besides the HD Signal, di ba? Eh, talaga namang klaro na si Louie Ramirez is leading the pack for Signal.
That's right. Louie Ramirez is one of the more consistent players for Signal. And makikita natin si Coach Dex talagang he's always trying to rotate the players, find the right combination. But Louie Ramirez has always been the more consistent player inside when every time he brings in the points. And he's the lone double-digit scorer sa kanilang huling laban against FEU.
All right, and we also got to talk to Louie Ramirez briefly and to see what he is expecting from today's game.
Mahirap pero kumbaga ako yung taga-support sa mga teammate ko na if ipasok man ako, pupunan ko kung ano yung mga pagkukulan nila. Sobrang excited kami na maglaro ngayon against CRISS kasi nga ito yung pinaka-stepping stone namin para makapasok kami ng finals.
So from the sound of it, excited din si Louie na makitang lumaban talaga at makabawi. Kaya ang CRISS, tanungan natin ang ating mga manonood. Mika Abesamis, why don't we invite our viewers to get in on the action?
We are extremely excited to give you this powerhouse match, and as usual, we would like to include you in our conversation through our Pilipinas Live app and our hashtag, which is SpikerSurf2024, through our Facebook and Instagram pages. And tonight, our question would be, which powerful outside spiker will push his team to the win? Will it be Jude Garcia or Louie Ramirez? Once again, that is which powerful outside spiker will push his team to the win. You can do that through our hashtag, which is SpikerSurf2024, through our Facebook and our Instagram pages. Now it's going to be Signal versus CRISS sa pagbabalik ng Spiker Surf 2024.
Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Ms. Jocelyn Del Rosario, FIVB International Referee. Second referee, Mr. Angelo Howe, ABC International Referee. Introducing the starters, first for CRISS King Crunchers. Let's start with their team captain at number 8, Isa Marasigan. Wearing jersey number 1, Nico Almendras. At number 5, Jude Garcia. Jersey number 7, Rex Intal. Number 14, Ish Polvorosa. Jersey number 16, Gian Glorioso. Starting libero, number 18, John Philip Pepito. With our head coach, Mr. Anunson Tan Bundit. Now let us meet the Signal HD Spikers. Led by their team captain at number 8, JP Bugawan. Wearing jersey number 6, Mark Calado. At number 10, Wendell Miguel. Jersey number 18, EJ Casanya. At number 20, Lord Josafat. Jersey number 21, Louis Ramirez. With their starting libero, number 7, Vince Lorenzo. Head coach is Mr. Dexter Clamor. This is the semifinals.
Your starting 6 or 7 with the libero for Chris Cross Crunchers tonight. This is their second game in the semifinals. So nakaisang panalo na sila in the semis. The Signal HD Spikers also with their starters on your screens, also with an unblemished record here in the semis. And they have 2 games already won here in this round. And as Ivy mentioned earlier today, it's only the top 2 teams who will be playing the championship. The 3rd and 4th team will be playing for the bronze. And of course, we have 5 teams here in the semifinals competing. And we saw the standings, medyo maganda ang pwesto ng Signal kasi nga nakadalawang panalo na sila. And of course, Chris Cross, if they get a win here today, not only will they avenge their loss to Signal in the preliminaries, gaganda rin yung kanilang footing dito for the finals.
That's right. But I think more than anything, yung yung pag-avenge ang parang yun yung isa sa mga best feeling, I think. Again, aside from the fact that that guarantees them moving on to the second round. Kasi nga, di ba, both of these teams, in all of the meetings, Chris Cross was only able to win once.
Yes.
So, very important, I am sure, for Chris Cross na makakuha ng panalo today.
Ako, ang mindset nila has to be, well, we've done it before, so it's not impossible.
Right.
Because Signal has been looking spectacular in this tournament so far.
Very intact team, of course. Itong Signal, a lot of experienced players. And I think, yun nga, because most of them have been together for quite a while, so that really helps.
A lot of the men in orange coming from Signal too. Meron din mga naglipatan, and I think it's gonna be this kind of game all night long. Magpapalitan ng puntos itong dalawang koponan na to, Ivy.
That's right. I don't expect actually anything less than 5 sets para dito sa dalawang to. So, gaya nga nasabi natin, a lot of the fans are saying that this is a preview of the championship.
The first ball, we talked about Signal, really a tough serving team. So I think it's up to Chris Cross also to dish out their own tough serves. Ball back to Signal. Talked about this guy at the top of our coverage, Louis Ramirez. We'll be calling his name out a lot today for sure. Wow, what a block!
And we've talked about this man right here, Glorioso, scoring his first block. So I think this is also, we'll be seeing a lot of that as well.
Ang bilis, basang-basa. That's a good first ball. Back row attack. Ramirez finds the line. Saktong-sakto. 6.
Also an excellent play from the pipe, just right behind JP Bugawan.
And nakikita mo talaga the system of Signal kicking in. And it's almost automatic, no?
Oh, no coverage.
Pinabayan. You know, it's It's early in the game, but these are the things that Cross will have to just shake off and learn from.
No, but I'm sure in their practices prior to this game, they probably studied every single player, all the possible nuances of each other.
Plus yung mga stock knowledge pa nila,
Oo,
yung mga alam
diba?
pa nila tungkol sa isa't isa, no?
So, talagang during the game, this is when they have to get crafty.
Yeah, absolutely. That was called outside. It's going to be another point for Signal, who has now put together a 3-point advantage. JP Bugawan, also another threat in the front, and the better middle blockers in the league. Jude Garcia hitting it off the block. It's going to be a Jude versus Louis Ramirez showdown, I think, today.
Of course, Jude Garcia, one of the more consistent attackers for Cross. I mean, he's not the tallest, actually, in that lineup, but definitely he's one of the higher leapers and a very consistent attacker in the wing.
Wendell Miguel sending it over. And now Cross will send it over as well. Quick thinking. Good idea.
Excellent hit by Jude Garcia. That was already a broken play, but they found that corner. It was actually, I think Signal did not expect that.
Oo. Tinaas lang yung bola.
Look at that, Jude Garcia flying over.
We're talking about the athleticism of Jude Garcia. By the way, the #1 scorer in the league after the preliminary round. And I think he continues to be that in the semis. And he will score in every way possible.
And this is what we're talking about. He's not the tallest player in the floor for Cross and probably even in Signal, but that was an excellent single block.
All alone. Sarap siguro ng feeling.
Oo, yung celebration niya talaga.
Floater. Lorenzo took care of that. Wendell Miguel. They're going deep. That's the target. That's the intention, no, Ivy?
Yeah, that's right. And another excellent play from Signal. The combination's really working well for them. Yung ano lang just a fraction of a second late lang ang yung blocker, or you just confuse the defense. That already gives them a lot of room.
Big serve. And is that off the hands? No, it looks like it's clean. That's going to be an attack error for Jude Garcia and a point for Signal, it seems. Oh, there's going to be a challenge as expected, no? The first one.
He was quite sure, but really after he went for the attack, he already looked at the bench saying na touch eh.
And syempre, sabi nga nila, nararamdaman niya nung spiker kung meron talagang may contact dun sa kabila. We'll take a look at that. It happened right in front of our first referee.
That's right.
So we'll see. Sabi nga natin, we set this up as a very heated matchup.
Was there a touch? It seemed clean though.
Malinis eh, no?
Yeah, so there was no touch.
Close, but not quite. Yep. Call stands. An unsuccessful challenge from Cross. So that's 1 down. They got 1 to go in this first set. And Signal up by 2. We are expecting those big serves from Signal, and sometimes they will err on those high-risk serves.
That's right. Sabi nga natin, high risk, high rewards. And it's at least better naman nun kaysa magbigay ka ng easy serve, giving opportunity for your opponent to set up a play.
That's a good one. Whoa! I was gonna say what a good set, pero talagang nabasa pa rin sa kabila.
Excellent block. Let's take a look at that once again. That was actually a nice set.
And ang Menjas there, mind reader. Pagka-psychic kung si Nico.
Well, yun din yung isang maganda because hindi mo pinababayaan yung tao mo eh.
Oh, no blockers this time. I mean, 3 blockers went up, pero naiwasan ni Louis Ramirez. And Signal will get the 8 points first. Just a 1-point lead at this first technical timeout.
back at the Phil Oil, Eco Oil in San Juan for your Spiker Surf 2024. For Coach Dex Clamor, a lot of things have changed for the better for the King Crunchers. He said that obviously their system has been polished. They won all of their games after losing to the HD Spikers and barely touched their rotation. He noticed that they are more specific with all the skills and rotations and less errors. Habang kami, to be honest, I'm still in the process of finding that right mix of players on the floor, he said. Besides these, he also noticed a huge improvement on his former Signal setter, back-to-back champion in Ish Polvorosa. Sabi niya, ang laking bagay ni Ish sa King Crunchers. I've noticed maturity on and off the court, his attitude towards his teammates, how generous he is with his passes, his sets. So today, the HD Spikers were asked to expect a stronger set of opponents from their last meeting. Pushed Calado and Retamar for this match. Expects Rotter to contribute as well as he was under the weather in the last one. Miss Chicks, Miss Ives.
Thanks a lot, Mika. Of course, Ish Polvorosa, second best setter in the league, and we know what he can do. He's had a couple of player of the game honors in this tournament so far. So, ikaw player ka, alam mo, Ivy, talaga yung kahalagahan din ng yung kapitan nyo, the one who is or the playmaker on the court.
Right, that's right. Because, you know, if you have a very good setter, he can really exploit all the skills of his attacker. So, kumbaga, on the floor, you don't have just 3 attackers at the front, but
Pasok na pasok, nakakatawa naman
that's
ito.
right.
Oo.
Pero ganun lang siguro dahil ang bilis talaga din ng bola, di ba? So you would think that it went out. So ganun kabilis sa
Nakaisa.
mga pano ng mga
Oo.
players natin dito.
Parang confident naman si Coach Ty doon. Kasi he has won the unsuccessful challenge already. So we're tied at 8. Second ball over to Crisscross. Oh, that one is outside. Untouched. Clearly, this time, no challenge there. So we're seeing a couple of errors already on the attack from Crisscross.
That's right. So I think may konting halong gigil dito nga kanilang atake.
Polvorosa pushing it out to Almendras. Ramirez will go off the block. Looking for Polvorosa there, targeting the smaller of the 2 blockers.
Once again, Louis Ramirez being the consistent attacker that he is.
Josafat again with a serve. Nico will get another chance, and that's off the block. Bawi. And that's part of the, I guess, what you appreciate about Ish, no? Na pinapabawi niya talaga yung mga
That's
players
right.
niya.
That's right. And he's also been distributing the ball quite well.
Louis Ramirez again. And these combination attacks working just flawlessly for Signal. Jay Casanya calling the shots now for the team. He's been alternating with Owar Atamar as setter here for Signal. Oh. And that's a service error.
That's a second for Signal.
Early mistakes at the serve. Sabi mo, ano ba? 8 aces pa sila against
8,
FE?
yeah, that was 8 aces last time.
That's a good first ball by Pepito. Wow! Untouched again. Louis Ramirez, ang galing umiwas, ah.
Wherever you put in whatever position, actually Louis Ramirez has scored in all of the different positions already early on here in this set.
And his courage going up against the #1 blocking team. No, alam niya, the blockers are going to be in his face. He just finds a way to avoid them.
4 attack points already for Ramirez.
Oh! Daming single block today, ah. Sabi nga natin, block party, pero both teams just sometimes handling it just all alone. And Ramirez back at the service line after that big block by JP Bugawan. Ramirez already with 5 points.
I think what's also interesting to note, yung efficiency ni Louis Ramirez, 83%.
3%.
Imagine that.
Huwag nyo na daw i-count yung service
Oo,
error.
wag na daw. Iba naman yun. Attack percentage naman ang pinag-uusapan
Ibang
natin.
stat.
So, So that gives Signal the third service error for this set.
Oh, that's a tough first ball. Miguel sending it over. And that's Jude Garcia again, blocked this time. Rebound, Miguel going up. And ang ganda naman ng pagposisyon ni Marasigan doon. Si Isay talagang he directed the ball back into the floor of Signal.
That's right. Sabi nga natin payong na payong.
Payong. Great blocking by Crisscross as expected. Nakalima na ba? 5 blocks, 4 blocks. Points for Crisscross. Oh, ball still alive.
It's a free ball.
First rally we're seeing. And then, just like that, hindi na pinahaba ni Jude Garcia.
Jude Garcia hammers that one in, much to the delight of all the Crisscross fans. Kumbaga, kung gano'ng kalutong yung Crisscross na pagkain, gano'ng kalutong din yung kanyang palo.
Napaka-crunchy talaga ng mga palo ni Jude. 5 points for Garcia so far. And off the block. We're probably going to see a lot of check balls, knowing how Crisscross will hardly let an attack go without a block.
And I'm sure Signal also recognizes the blocking is a strength of Crisscross, so they would use that to their advantage. And so far, we've seen a lot of the points come off yung mga off-the-block touches.
Ang bilis naman nun, and that's Rex and Tal. We've seen that also, that connection between Rex and Ish established from a long time already.
So ito yung mga siguro kahit nakapikit silang dalawa, no, nagkakaamuyan na sa sobrang tagal na nilang magkasama.
And we are tied at 14. Crisscross looking to lead here in this first set. That's outside, so service errors coming from both ends.
That was a good call to let that one go.
So nakatatlo ng service error ang Signal, and that was the first one for Crisscross. Oh, another one. Make that 4. I mean, we talked about their 8 aces. Now we are counting the errors.
That's right.
Let's see if Crisscross is able to exploit the errors that are plaguing Signal from the service line. Nice serve. Ayan naman. Manila, we don't need your help. We will score off the block. And finally, Crisscross getting that 1-point lead at our second technical timeout. We have a good-sized crowd here at the Phil Oil Echo Oil Arena enjoying the action. Naku, mga naka-break ang ating mga PBL stars. And these are the semifinals already. So medyo mabigat-bigat na nga. And alam natin na 4 lang ang makakapasok. May mga JP Bugawan fans. And syempre the Crisscross sister team, no? Ang mga Creamline girls ay nandito cheering on their bros. Oh, that's huge for Louis Ramirez. And it's a nice, I mean, we faced them off against each other, and Louis Ramirez and Jude Garcia, and they have not disappointed.
That's right. So let's take a look at this attack once again. Ito ang ganda nitong play na to ng Signal. You know, like they have 4 attackers or 4 options going up. And ang ganda rin ng pagkaka-fake nung gitna. And all of a sudden, Louis Ramirez comes flying from behind.
Kailangan nila yun against the blocking of Crisscross. Ano? Naku, pero dito sila talaga medyo kailangan maglinis-linis sa kanilang services. That's 5 errors already. The last one by Wendell Miguel. Chris Cross with a 1-point lead still. And Retamar is now playing setter, and look at the blocks. Offensive block. Ish said sa akin yun. That's 6 blocks already, 6 offensive blocks.
And Ish very happy about that. But kiniklaim na talaga eh.
Nahanap yung butas dun sa likod. Sinadya daw yun. Ramirez timing it. Good pickup by Rexental. And Marasigan with a counter. And really exciting back and forth here between Criss Cross and Signal. And this is a 3-point lead now for the King Crunchers.
Kalma. Again,
Timeout.
sabi ko sa'yo, paluin mo ng mahaba. Okay, next, every time, again, pag may papalo, may cover. Kasi nakaka-block sila. Next, disiplina sa service. We have 5 service error. Kung hindi nyo rin naman ipapasok yung jump serve nyo, i-float nyo na lang, tumarget na lang kayo. Target short kasi hindi naman kumukuha yung middle. O 3 lang naman. Side out right away. Then tsaga, let's go.
Hey, signal!
And one more time on that last play with Isay Marasigan getting that point. And listening to Coach Dex here, parang alam na alam niya yung mga kailangang adjustments ng mga
That's
boys.
right. Very, very simple instructions actually. And as we take a look at the numbers here, a 3-point run para dito sa Criss Cross. So it started off actually with a service error to the side of Signal, and then back-to-back points na ang ginawa dito nga Criss Cross.
And now Signal lapsing into more errors, this time in their attacks. Luis Ramirez with the first one there, pero mukhang okay, this is probably a strategic challenge more than anything else. Mukhang walang luck, but they needed to, I think, just take a break. We're nearing the end of this first set, and nagbaliktad na ang ihip ng hangin, Ivy.
That's right. And the King Crunchers actually moving more confidently, you know, than Signal at the moment. Signal finding themselves playing catch-up with the Criss Cross King Crunchers. So I think there was no block touch.
Yeah.
And gaya nga nasabi na, I think it's more of a strategic call for a challenge.
Just maybe to get the boys to settle down,
Right.
calm down a little bit. Because that was a free point for Criss Cross, the biggest lead any team has enjoyed so far. Back set, and that one is again outside. So now the errors, one after another, coming from the HD Spikers. That was Ronquillo there.
So back-to-back attack errors for Signal. So they are targeting yung back end ng defense itong Criss Cross. All long hits or all long spikes.
Ramirez again, this time just confidently hitting it off the block. Getting the ball back. Much needed side out for Signal. Hasafat continues to serve. Errors, 7 already for Signal. 4 for Criss Cross. Oh, nothing wrong with that one. Very clean execution. Gian Glorioso scoring there.
Another good play. Only one blocker challenging Glorioso at that time.
What a pickup by Sumang there. Yun naman, payong na payong coming from Signal this time, and they are doing what they need to in terms of holding Criss Cross 22.
Really know where to go there for Nico Almendras.
Oo nga, walang madaanan. And Ronquillo did not start today. He's had a really good showing for Signal in this tournament, and that's an ace. It was not the toughest of serves, but he is going to get the point.
And this is what we heard Coach Dex mention over at the timeout. You know, if di pumuporsyento yung kanilang service, pwede namang floater lang. So, importante is yung target. And that was a very good example.
Oh, Miscue there. Muntik pang makapuntos.
Oh, almost for
Wow.
Signal, but the blocking of the Chris Cross really, it was really on point.
Galing din makabawi ng crisscross. You know, there was a little bit of a mistake coming from their side, and they just right back, got the transition back into defense. And they are now at 23. 4-point lead for the King Crunchers. Made that 3 points with Ronquillo scoring when he needed to. And we have a substitution. And we've seen this as well in the last games. Jao Mandal coming in towards the end of the set. Double substitution with Silang. Of course, Jao Mandal, we needs no introduction. He remains in the top 10 scorers kahit na hindi kasing dami yung playing time
That's
niya.
right.
He's still the 9th best scorer in the league after the preliminaries. Wow, huge one for Jude Garcia. They want to end this already.
I'm sure then not to give any more confidence back to Signal.
And Luis Ramirez getting ready to come back into the court. So is this a case of a little too late for Jao Mandal to come in because this is 4 set points for Crisscross. And Ibagalay also coming in at the serve. Mandal with a soft one, picked up by Polvorosa. Another chance for Signal. Oh, that was a little bit confusing, and Bugawan couldn't get that through. The error on the attack gives Crisscross their first set win. And like we said, bumaliktad, ano? Ang medyo nagko-control kanina was Signal,
Right.
and then bigla na lang nagsunod-sunod ang puntos ng Crisscross.
That's right. So Crisscross and able to sustain that momentum all the way through the end of the set.
25-20 is how that ended. We'll talk more about it after the break. Despite the 5-point win by Crisscross, as you see on your screens, the results of set number 1, it was neck and neck throughout that first set up until the end.
That's right. So just before the, just by the second technical timeout, so doon biglang umarangkada itong Crisscross. We actually was able to tie that 16-all. And then with the service error, it started with a service error from the side of Signal. And Crisscross was able to make back-to-back points from their attacks, and then nagsunod-sunod na rin yung error ng Signal. So let's take a look at the numbers for set number 1. Signal still with more points in the attack, but look at the blocking of the King Crunchers. 7 block points here in the first set alone. And the errors, ito yung sinasabi natin, no, masyadong maraming pinamigay din. Ito nga Signal, they gave away 8 free points to the King Crunchers. Ito namang King Crunchers, no, took advantage of that fact na nagkukommit ng errors ito nga Signal, and they played very fluidly, no, towards the latter part of the first set.
So this is a big morale booster for CRISS winning that first set. As we reported earlier, we talked about it at the top of the coverage. It was a five-set win for Signal, the first time these two teams met in the preliminaries of the Invitational. And you know, I was looking at the history. Meron palang three-setter na rin ang CRISS at Signal. Nung bago pala yung first conference ng CRISS, nung nagtatalo na sila towards sa finals, kinuha na rin ang Signal in 3 sets. Pero that was a long time ago.
And it's history.
CRISS is a different team now.
That's
because they've been
right.
playing much longer together.
Sabi nga nila, we will not let history repeat itself.
Yun.
And so far, that's what we've seen, no? Because all of the succeeding matches that they've met, yung nagtatagpo tong dalawa, would normally be like, I think, 5 sets.
Yun talaga ang mas expected. So, having said that, we are looking for Signal to regain momentum, and let's see how they will do it. Babawi ba sila? Lalabas na ba nila yung kanilang, ito na nga, di ba? It's usually dito sila lumalabak at the serve.
Right.
And ang nangyari sa kanila is panay ang service error sa first set. Ayan.
And speaking of service
Bati.
error,
Oo.
ito yung jinx talaga natin
Yeah.
dito sa gilid eh.
Oo nga. But the irony of it all, or maybe I guess the clear explanation is that, you know, their biggest strength is today their weakness.
Right. So the question now would be, you know, how are they going to be able to overcome that?
Looking at the overall stats, how these teams are performing per category, as we said, Signal is the #1 serving team. CRISS actually just the 6th best team in serves, pero pagdating sa spike at block, nangunguna ang CRISS. Ramirez hitting it off the hands. He will go
that
again.
was good.
Up.
Net violation error, I think it was Rex Intal who committed the infraction.
Challenge there one more time. Oh, yeah, Rex with a paa niya.
Yung paa yung
Oo.
tumama sa net.
Very flexible to si Rex. That's a free point for Signal. Whoa! Almost, but not quite. And ang bigat na kami ni Isay Marasigan today, especially. Sanay tayo kay Isay Marasigan, may lagay-lagay din siya
Right.
kuminsan, pero ngayon he's going all power.
Oh, this is his former team.
Alam niya kung saan niya lalagay. Team captain for CRISS. Almost ace there. That's a free ball. Chance for CRISS here. Is there a touch? Looks like Signal will get that ball. So, ang bilis kasi nung pag-execute na nung play. Well, off time there. Ronquillo remains on the court. Came in midway in the first set. Jade Garcia, napayungan na naman ni JP Bugao. Napangiti siya doon. Pero,
But the ball went outside, so sayang. Maganda pa
Sayang.
naman sana.
one more time. Siguro yung the fact na nasabayan mo lang. Almost. Just too strong. Oh, great placement play there. Finding the empty space at the back.
You know, and sometimes that's all it takes. Not the strongest of hits, but you're just finding the right areas, all the mga holes in the defense.
Big serve. Rebound. Signal still in control. Where does Owa go? Ronquillo hitting it off the block. Almendras couldn't handle it alone.
those off the hands, or the arms rather, of Almendras.
Another big serve. Perfect first ball though. Pepito. And then Miguel blocked. Good pick up by Bugawan. And this time Pepito couldn't handle the heat. Coming from Miguel.
3 consecutive points now for a Signal. 3-point advantage.
Way to just really evade the blockers of Crisscross. Pepito, by the way, is the 5th best digger. 2 in a row for Miguel, going down the line this time. And Signal getting to 8 points first, enjoying a 4-point lead in their first technical timeout.
Back at the Phil Oil, Eco Oil in San Juan for your Spikers Turf 2024. Because of their Starbucks runs and some bondings in the condo unit of Femi Bagalay, we can clearly see a much closer King Crunchers. Obviously, chemistry is not an issue anymore, which means they may be a better team facing Signal here in the semis. As we can see, Coach Tai focused on their mental toughness. Feels like they were inferior the last game. They would let their frustrations in and would take a long time adjusting right after an error. He said he noticed that they could adjust at a faster rate this time around. He asked his boys to meditate right before this set. They all sat in one line, closed their eyes, and he said, Kwam Suk, which means happiness in Thai. Be happy and have fun, as they started shaky here in the second set. Now, we asked you guys to bring in those shout-outs a while ago. We have one from at Max Mira, the Clash of Titans in today's semis game, Crisscross versus Signal. Then we have one from Ron Marzak, 1106. Ang lala ng bombahan ng mga atake, pati ng labanan ng blocks sa CKC and CHD matchup. And the last one from Eman Liego, former King Tamaraos, going against each other. Once again, you can do that through our hashtag, which is SpikersTurf 2024, through our Facebook and our Instagram pages. Miss Chicks, Miss Ives.
Thanks a lot, Bika. We love hearing from all of you, and we feel how you are enjoying the action from wherever you are, wherever you're catching us. One Sports Plus, or Pilipinas Live, but iba rin ang live action.
That's right.
Yes, so we have to say
Maririnig nila kung gaano kalalakas yung mga palo. Yung nakakatakot tamaan.
Oo, yung mga crunchy na palo ng crisscross.
And mind you, even yung talbog lang, yung may natamaan na nag-bounce off lang, delikado pa rin matamaan ka.
Tama. But very interesting report from Mika. So, dalas pala ang banding doon kay Pemi. I'm sure may kasama din karaoke yan kasi si Pemi lagi nilang pinapakanta. And masarap na banding, may pa-Starbucks pa. But it is Signal that is showing definitely their strong bonds here, because they have just dominated from the start of the second set. So they are up by 4 now. And sabi nga natin, we expected as much, Ivy, kasi babawi din itong Signal.
That's right. And for both of these teams, of course, this is a very important match because, you know, if in the event that these really are the two teams that will meet in the championship, it's parang advantage mo na kung nanalo ka ngayon eh.
So for those of you just joining the coverage now, it is a 25-20 first set win by Crisscross, who we can say came from behind because Signal led up to 4 in the beginning of the first set, although it was also very close. And action just as fast-paced in this second set. Signal has maintained their lead though by 4.
Louis Ramirez once again doing damage from the pipe, and it is the same combination play of Signal that has worked over and over again.
Looks like Louis Ramirez nearing the double digits mark already with 8, and that is off the block. Quick conversion by Glorioso. We talked about him at the top of the coverage and how he will be integral to the success of Crisscross. Number 1 blocker in the league. One more time for Louis Ramirez. Good pick up there, broken play. Garcia will go up. And ito pa yung maganda, pag nanonood kayo dito, may chance na mapunta sa inyo yung bola because it flies all over the arena.
So feeling mo kasali ka
Kasali,
din.
oo.
Kailangan pag
Tama.
nanonood ka live, medyo magaling kang umiwas.
O, sumalo.
Mabilis ang reflexes.
Oh. How about that set from end to end, no? Talagang nanggaling sa dulo and Louis Ramirez just found the exact spot down the line where he wanted to go.
This is what we're talking about. And Ramirez hammers that down the line, finding that space.
Well, credit Retamar also for finding his player there. Magawan playing setter now to Ronquillo. Ayun! Garcia getting a point off the block this time with the help of Malabunga on this court now. 10 points already. For Jude Garcia, he is in double digits.
It's also good to see Kim Malabunga back on the court. As we see Isay Marasigan now with 6 points.
Buhay pa, pero lumabas na yon. And we see really tough. Louis Ramirez also in double digits now. But Signal still maintaining the lead. Actually, ganito rin nga sa simula no, na hindi rin makalamang ang crisscross. Is going back set to Isay Marasigan, who is having a good day. They're calling for, oh no. You know, Marasigan saying that there was no touch.
And they wouldn't want to waste that challenge.
The combination attack there. Garcia just coming out of nowhere. Yung mga tinatago nila si Jude Garcia really works.
Now Garcia at the service line. So they're just 3 points behind 11 serving 14.
7th best server in the league. Oh! Pero lumabas yata.
So Signal is calling for a touch, but we saw the blockers of Crisscross just right after saying there was none.
Natatawa ako kasi si Isru Polorosa was also signaling block touch.
Pero sabi nung ibang blockers sa tumalon, wala daw silang nahawakan. So kaninong kamay kaya yung nakita niya?
Oo nga, well, we're gonna find out soon enough. And so far, Crisscross still looking to lead in this second set. First one won by the boys in orange, 25-20. And going back to our first game today, it was a sweep by FEU against the guest team, Kondogumi Hyogo, who is having a hard time scoring a win so far in the Invitational Conference. And that is just testament to the improvement of all of our local teams. Ano nga, may black touch ba dito?
Well, there seemed like there was none, but yun nga, I mean, it's so close. Kaya talagang really hard to tell.
Yeah, I think that was worth the challenge.
Yeah.
So that's a point for Crisscross. Their lead, Signal's lead down to 2. Heavy serve. What a pickup there by Sumang. Isay, error on the attack. That's 2 in a row. Errors by Marasigan. And that is another point for Signal and the ball back. Balik na naman sa tres ang kalamangan ng HD Spikers. Early entry for Jao Mandal. He hasn't started in the past couple of games, and usually we see him coming in towards the last couple of points.
But despite the fact that he doesn't really have a lot of playing time, it's really amazing kung paano. Ang dami pa rin yung napuputos.
He is a scoring machine, that we know about Jao Mandal. And that service error again. They don't want to see this become a factor, talking about Signal, because it would be fair to say they lost that first set because of their service errors. Mandal again placing the ball. Good pickup by Isay. Almendra, single block by JP. There's double hit called against the crisscross King Crunchers. And Signal up by 3 in our second technical timeout. Back at the Phil Oil Echo Oil Arena, and the crisscross fans and some of the PVL players enjoying the action. See Majoy Baron, and we saw some of the crisscross. Brian Magunas in the house is enjoying also a relaxing Pilipinas live. Here has an offer for all of you. Enjoy the biggest sporting events this December on the Pilipinas Live app, and watch all the action live on demand and on any device. Download and register for free. Lead down to 2 for Signal. Jao Mandal hitting off the hands of the blockers. Point.
Let's take a look at that last attack from Mandal. Glorioso, just a bit too late.
And so he's also looking at former teammates on the other side. So alam na niya yung tendencies ng ibang mga players. Ginaan niya sa kamay ni Marasigan yun. Back set through Anquillo, and that one worked. Oh, Retamar, this is also a good tandem, Retamar and Anquillo. So we're seeing that this guy, this rookie, Owa Retamar, is now calling the shots for Signal HD, taking the place of the more seasoned Casania. So malalim talaga ang bench ng Signal.
So it's a good problem, of course, for Coach Dex. Hindi niya alam kung sinong kombinasyon ang gagamitin niya sa sobrang daming pwede.
Tama yun. Pero bad problem pa rin niya yung mga service error kasi nandyan pa rin eh. Umar sending it over. Chance here for crisscross. Marasigan down the line, getting the better of Lorenzo. And look at the service errors. All told, Signal already with 8 today. Crisscross with 2. Signal calls for time.
Okay, okay, Jao, receive 20%. Okay? Wait. Jao, 20%. Next, pag medyo dito banda, wag mo na kuhanin yung kanan, kuhanin mo Louie. For sure, ikaw ulit tatargetin. Kumpiyansa lang, kakaintindihan. We need to do side out right away. Let's go.
Sige, boyangan. Boyangan natin agad ka, Jawa.
Hey, Signal! Awesome!
I mean, lamang pa rin sila, pero you feel the urgency and the voice of Coach Dex.
And he wouldn't want to give more na kumpiyansa din syempre dito sa King Crunchers. So they know what the King Crunchers can do and they don't want to find themselves in the position na sila na naman yung naghahabol.
That's right. You know, this is around the time in the first set na umarangkada na naman ng
Yeah.
crisscross.
So I think for Signal, what's important really is they just have to make sure that they don't commit any more of those service errors. Again, para hindi ma-shift yung momentum dito sa King Crunchers.
The combination attacks, that was huge. Ramirez responding to Coach Dex at that last timeout.
Again, this has worked time and time again for a Signal, that combination play. No blockers challenging Ramirez.
Siya din yung first ball doon. It was all Louis Ramirez. And there's a side out that Coach Dex wanted. Ball back to Signal. 3-point lead. That one too strong. But you know, if you're Signal, kung sa mga ganyang serve ka mag-error, sige na. Pero pang-siyam na nila yan, magdo-double digit sila sa errors in serve. And that is something that they will be discussing. Win or lose, they have to deal with that.
That's right. Especially as you move on or as you progress into the tournament, yung mga ganun talagang kailangan masolusyonan.
And again, it is Jao Umandal creating for Signal. He's asking for a video challenge. Was he called for a... Tignan natin. So it looks like it's going to be a point for crisscross one more time on that last play.
Yeah, there was very, very slight. Napakanipis lang, you know. The slightest touch, but that was called as an infraction, of course, on the side of Signal.
Quick point. And Signal making sure they get the ball right back kasi talagang eto na ang crisscross. Just inching in and eating into the lead of Signal. The lead back to 2 after that last play.
Ten service errors
Oo nga.
for a Signal.
And you've been saying it time and time again. Julian on the court. A little change also here in the personnel of crisscross on the court. Oh! And I was beginning to miss that play. Those quicks from JP Bugawan. Na talaga, kahit anong gawin mo, hindi mo mahabol.
Oh, sobrang quick. Quickest.
Quickest.
But it also helps because he has very high elevation.
Yeah.
So parang talagang pwede pong magkape sa ere.
I like
Dami
that.
niya siyang choices kung saan ko dadalhin.
Tama. Combined, of course, with his height, one of the tallest players on the Signal side at 6'1". Oh, Rotter's on the court too for Signal.
A good
Habol
save.
ni Rotter, nabanggit. Asia. And that was a Malabunga.
Oh, that was a one-hand block by JP Bugawan.
Sabi ni Kim Malabunga, I think you're gonna need more than just one hand.
Oh, well, napangiti na lang si JP.
Oo.
Well, sabi siguro, at least I tried.
I tried the A for effort. And let's see if Ju Garcia with this serve will even things out here. Di pa nakakalamang ang crisscross. Another chance. Chance ball here for Signal. In a row for JP Bugawan. Pabawiin naman sa mga atake. Kasi naaabutan si JP, hindi niya makuha yung mga block points niya. Bumabawi sa atake.
Another excellent hit from Bugawan.
Asia, back row attack. That one worked. Ju Garcia there. A sneaky one for crisscross. Lead down to 1 again for Signal.
So a challenge is being called now by Signal, and it's a foot fault challenge.
Right in the nick of time. Of course, as we know, there is a time limit to calling these challenges. I think 9 seconds yata.
Kailangan talagang mabilis yung pagtaas at pagsenyas ng pagtawag ng challenge.
And we are almost to the end of our second set. Nakita din natin na if anything, this might also be a chance for the boys to just settle down kasi lumalapit na naman. Eto na naman, crisscross breathing hard, breathing down. Signal. Malayo. We're looking at if the back row attacker went past the center line, and
There was
no
none.
chance of
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
very clean.
This is Coach Dex again, just using the video challenges strategically. And it has been JP Bugao on the past 3 points, keeping Signal in the lead.
Yeah, they have been going to Bugawan exclusively.
Well, now he's in the back. And let's see. Rotter, who is the tallest Signal player, is now in front. Big one for crisscross. They needed that point. They're still alive. Trying to still catch up to Signal. One more time on that last attack from the back. Back row attack seem to be working well for the King Crunchers. Nice try for side. Well, that was too much. And
That's right.
Signal. Hero Posapat with that point. And Signal is liking where they are, but again, they have to be very careful with their serves dahil ito yung naging problema talaga ng Signal.
So timeout being called by Coach Tai.
Perhaps to ice the server. Now last ditch effort here, crisscross.
First attack, meditation, first attack, one more. First attack.
Wala guys, pasa mo lang. Game plan ha.
Pasa mo na ulit. Relax.
Game plan guys, apply lang natin. Apply natin kayo yung decision.
Very good already.
Okay, go!
More now.
Happy! Let's go!
I want to take things 1 point at a time. And crisscross, just from the sound of it, marami din silang hinandang mga plays, di ba?
That's right.
Maraming,
And
ano,
we're sure
baon.
about that, because again, Signal is also a very good defending team, not just on the net, but also on the floor. So talagang kailangan, they really have to get crafty when it comes to how they would construct their plays.
Set point for Signal. Safe first serve there. Ayun na. Masapat, ending it. With that solo block, and Signal evening things out here. It's now 1 set apiece. Didn't even allow crisscross to lead in the second set. One more time. Perfect timing. Nablak po si Gian Glorioso doon. 25-22 the final score. We'll talk more about it after the break. predicted, Signal getting crisscross back. 25-22 the score in that last set, and they led all the way this time.
That's right. So a better performance on the side of Signal. It was, and at the start, it was more of an exchange of points, but I think it was in the 5th point mark with that 3-point advantage, and then tuloy-tuloy na. So, but Crisscross still, of course, performed very well. It's just that, consistency ng Signal was better here in the second set. And let's take a look at the numbers. This is set number 2. Very tight set once again. But again, Signal, talagang naging mas maganda ang kanilang performance here in this set. So they controlled the attacks, 18 big points. But Crisscross still very consistent defending the net with 2 block points. And what's good about what we're seeing right now is yung errors, with that Signal managed to minimize their error kahit na by 1.
And nakita natin medyo lumaki din ang errors from Crisscross. So kailangan din nilang linisin ang kanilang laro. Arena Plus, astig sa sports. And we got Liza Valdez and many of the Creamline girls here enjoying the action at the Phil Oil, Eco Oil. Kaya for all of you volleyball fans, not only will you be enjoying the action on the court, you will also be seeing your favorite players in the stands. We spotted Brian Pagunas earlier, and a lot of volleyball enthusiasts enjoying the action here. Chicky Ro Puno with Ivy Remulla and Mika Abasam is bringing you this game on this fine Sunday night for volleyball. These are the semifinals of the Invitational Conference of your Spikers Turf. Marasigan trying to end that mini rally, and he will do just that.
I think that's probably one of the longer or longest rallies we've had so far in this match.
Oo, tama, no? Karamihan ng mga exchanges mabilisan. Oh, no way! Sabi ni Gian Glorioso, Christmas ngayon. Huwag mo akong bibigyan ng regalong ganyan.
Kasi kukunin ko talaga yan.
Talaga. Ay, nako, talagang para kay Gian yan.
2-point advantage for the King Crunchers.
Oh!
The ball's still alive.
Glorioso getting a lot of touches. Whoa! And June Garcia adding to his 13 points. So that's 14 now. He is the highest scorer so far in the entire field. Ramirez with 11 points on the other side of things. So maganda rin ang distribution on both ends. Si Marasigan has 7 points. Almendras with 4. Glorioso with 4. And Ramirez missing the mark there. Is he? No, he's not getting a check ball at all.
So while the King Crunchers, they've led in the first set, but I think this is an unusual situation for Signal at the start of the set. 4-0. They haven't scored a point just yet.
Oh, pasok! 5-0. And look at the boys celebrating. Parang nanalo na nung set. But yeah, this is unprecedented. They didn't even lead, as we mentioned, in that second set. And now they not allow their opponents to score. Ano bang nangyayari sa Signal, Ivy?
Well, I think the win in the second set definitely should have given them a boost. But probably yun nga, yung parang that might be a boost of confidence na rin masyado. And ito namang King Crunchers really trying to put their best to put on the fight. And that was a good start. Aggressive ang simula nitong King Crunchers
And this is a break for Signal with that service error by Almendras. Jude Garcia will go up again. 3-man block. Still not enough for Jude Garcia. And he has 15.
I like the energy that I'm seeing here for the King Crunchers. Despite the fact that they lost the second set, pero pagpasok nitong third, sila yung mas energized. You would think that sila yung nanalo ng previous set.
Oh! And JP Pugawan seems to be the go-to guy since he started his antics in the second set.
Well, nobody in the side, the King Crunchers, can do anything about that. That was really just too fast for everyone.
Aral na rin ni Bugawan yung kanyang the quickest.
The quickest.
7 points for JP. Marasigan, and that was well executed also. Nice setup by Ish Polvorosa.
Another excellent combination play we're seeing here for the boys in orange. Marasigan.
9 points already for Isay. Oy! Nice read. Marasigan saving the day. JP Bugawan. I mean, he got to the ball. Finally getting a point off the block. One more time on that last sequence. And si Bugawan was struggling earlier to keep the ball in play and to get the block points. But things is looking good for JP Bugawan. Chance ball for CRISS. Quick. Not too much.
But there's an infraction on the side of Signal. So a lucky break para dito sa King Crunchers.
Still CRISS with a 5-point lead in our first technical timeout.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf 2024. After having 30-plus points, the season high of Jude Garcia in their last outing, sabi niya, alam mo, Mika, nahihirapan pa rin talaga ako pagkalaban ko itong Signal kasi parang kapatid ko na. Si JP Bugawan at si CNC lang magkakasama kami since FEU. Also a former Signal player, scouted talaga siya. But he has to do his job. Saka na daw muna ang pagiging tropa. Coming into this game, he polished his service. Diyan daw talaga siya hirap. Ito naman si JP Bugawan, sabi niya, alam mo, Mika, bakit ganyan kalakas yan si Jude? Nakaka-10 na cups of rice yan pag kumakain kami ng inasal. Nagkakabukuhan na talaga tayo dito. Mukhang mamaya na talaga ang friendship after this match. Both guys contributing to their respective teams. Miss Chicks, Miss Ives.
10 cups talaga. Pero saan kaya napupunta yun, Mika? No? Tignan mo naman si Jude. Kaya, ewan ko siguro, bawat talon niya, nasa-shed niya yung 3 subo. Dahil talon ng talon, talagang hindi mo malaman kung saan napupunta. Sana all. But thanks for that. And, you picked the right people to highlight, Mika, because as usual, Jude Garcia having a great day today. 15 points. Baka makarating siya dun sa mga line of 3 niya. Baka maka-30 din siya as we await the result of this conversation that we're seeing. Ano bang... delay lang naman yan.
That's a yellow card against Signal.
Okay. Just a warning. Usually doesn't amount to much here in volleyball, but the cause of delay perhaps for Signal. Of course, si Mika also talked about JP Bugawan, who has been getting a lot of points, like a lot of touches today also. 7 points for JP Bugawan today. Oh, great defense from CRISS. Ball still alive. Where will Ish go? Chance here for Signal. And Bugawan, I think a little late with the contact on that last set.
So this is a very comfortable lead for the King Crunchers. 7-point advantage.
We are seeing an error-prone Signal who needs to call for timeout.
How can we maximize our middles kung wala tayong pasa? So we need to pass. Nagka-24 sila. So pwede mong i-maximize si JP kung may pasa nga. You can utilize your back row also dito. Or your 5. Unti-untiin natin habulin. Baka sakaling sa atin pa. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Hey, signal! Signal!
Okay rin yung style ni Coach Dex. Parang very Socratic. Tsaka rhetorical question yun eh. I think the boys know it also. They have a problem
that
with
was
the
the
first ball.
exactly. And you know, that's really that's how important yung pagpasa talaga, you know. It's kahit gaano kagaling kasi ang setter mo, pero kung hindi maganda ang first ball, again, it limits the option of your setter. Plus, gives the advantage also to your opponent kasi mas konti yung options sa kailangan nilang bantayan. You know, eliminates already your middle attacker.
Talking about the middle attacker, alam din ni Coach Dex na magandang nilalaro ni JP Bugawan today. Singling him out.
So with that attack error from the King Crunchers, Signal gets a point, but still, this is a long stretch. 6 points. They're 6 points behind. JP Bugawan with 8 points, 5 attacks, and 3 blocks.
Oh, joust won by Wendell Miguel. And a good one for Josafat there, getting a solo block point, which is what Signal needs now is to string together some points, make up the discrepancy in their score. Oh, big one. Pasok pa rin. Marsigan already in double digits. $10 points for Eastside today. Almost an ace. Oh, too much of a rainbow. Medyo sagabal yung ating ano.
And when we thought that the ceiling is high enough, hindi pa pala.
Hindi pa pala.
Hindi pa pala.
And that could have just been a free ball, but now it's a point for CRISS. And talk about that comfortable lead. This is unprecedented. We haven't seen a 7-point lead in our match today. CRISS seems to be coasting through this third set. They won the first 25-20, gave up the second 22-25. Miguel hitting it off the hands, buhay pambola. And Mendra sending that over. And look at CRISS. They are on a roll, they're feeling it.
Things are just going the way of the King Crunchers.
And you wonder what happened during the huddle between the second and third sets. Kung paano ba, ano ba sinabi ni Coach Tai or ang sinabi nila sa isa't isa that got them to where they are, where they want to be. And look at that, just points keep pouring. And they're coming easily for CRISS. That one from Gian Glorioso.
And it's important to note, I think, also that at this point, if you observe closely, the King Crunchers are enjoying the game. So I think more than anything, that really helps them here in this set. Again, they didn't start with the pressure despite the fact na sila ang natalo sa second set.
And Umandal doing what he does best. And he needs to disrupt this streak that CRISS is enjoying. With 12 block points so far compared to Signal 6. Glorioso with a running attack. Haven't seen many of those today. And Miguel getting a quick point. And this is what Signal needs. Silang will continue to serve. Again, a different combination of players we're seeing on the court now. Good pick up by Zhao. And confusion! And Gian, he is just unrelenting at the front.
There was a free ball, but Gian Glorioso doesn't care. Oh, that was a good read as well.
Kaya alam mo, tama ka.
Yeah.
Iba yung energy at iba yung ngayon. Yung bounce in their
Yeah.
step sa crisscross.
Yes.
Yeah, they are enjoying themselves in this third set.
And that's one of the primary differences. Because you would think that Signal, having won the second set, the energy would be, we will be seeing that energy from them. But it's the other way around.
And more substitutions. Guasa is now on the court for Signal. And the lucky break for the HD Spikers with that error. And Ish Polvorosa with the serve.
7-point advantage being enjoyed by the King Crunchers, 8 serving 15.
Oh, great placement shot. Just an easy point for Signal, and they are at 16 points first. Up by 8. Crisscross enjoying the lead in the second technical timeout. Back at the Phil Oil Echo Oil Arena, and taking a look at the standings here. We're looking at the numbers 1 and 2 teams who may very well stay where they are when we get into the finals. The top 2 teams will play for the gold, and teams 3 and 4 for the bronze. And kaya ganyan kainit yung laro, and nakakagulat ang nangyayari dito sa third set. It seems to be a lopsided one in favor of Crisscross. Look at the score on your screens. 16-8 in favor of the King Crunchers. Marasigan.
Oh, but a net
Dito.
violation error to be called up against Umandal.
Just everything going the way of Crisscross. Pati ang mga infraction, ang natatawagan ay signal.
So they've committed several net violation errors already since the start of the first game.
Back row attack. And
Ball still in play.
look at the effort by Crisscross. Credit Almendras for that save. Some errors, but Asigan on the ball. What a pickup there by Lorenzo. Almendras, almost silang couldn't get there. Yan naman, that last sequence was for Almendras.
Yeah.
It was credit him for the save and the chance here to score. He gets it. It was all over the court. Ten-point lead for Crisscross. Good first ball. Mandal will go up. And ball goes down.
That was called outside. So again, nothing going the way of Signal. It shows on their body language, they may be trying too hard. Yung kailangan nilang to shake it off. The frustration is getting to them.
Mandal couldn't get that down the line to go. Oh! And look at that. And Lorenzo deliberately letting the ball go, only for it to bounce in.
Almendras has scored several service aces already. And I think it's the beauty of the floater serve, Yung bigla na lang kasing bababa. So you would think that you know where the ball is going, and suddenly it changes direction.
That's Rutter on the court. And Jude Garcia with the ball getting off the court. Montero was the libero he was targeting. And Jude Garcia just has been consistently effective And lethal, actually. Hindi lang effective eh. Puro pamatay yung mga binabato ni Jude
That's
Garcia.
right. Very high efficiency rate for Jude Garcia.
And Guasa couldn't get that through. Glorioso also. He is making a difference here in this third set. And alam mo, for the volleyball fans, the Spikers Turf fans, parang hindi ka maniniwala sa score na yan.
Yeah.
Eh.
Again, I'm sure Signal is finding themselves in very unfamiliar territory right now. They're not used to this kind of situation. Ito na siguro lalabas yung sinasabi nating test of character, you know, para dito sa Signal. So how far can they go and stretch this in the third set?
And you know, if you're crisscross, you're going to remember this set, this particular set, how you were able to take your staunchest rivals to this kind of a blowout. That's a big serve, but that one outside. And, you know, it has really been the serves for Signal. I mean, that is the headline, I think. The best serving team in the league has been suffering a spate of errors at the service line. And in contrast, Crisscross, number 6 in serves, doing very well and scoring, serving consistently. Umandal checked by Isay Marasigan.
Oh, good save there.
Good save. Good defense on both ends of the court. But JP Bugawan again. He is really he is the lone survivor, the one who is still doing well despite the slump that Signal has been suffering in this third set. He has been the bright spot.
That's right. But he has been out of the rotation for quite a long time, you know, no, since nang una siyang pumasok. So it's going to be difficult, you know, even if you have JP Bugawan at the front, it's going to be very difficult now for Signal.
And again, we've seen Coach Dex really experimenting with his lineup, with his rotation of his players. So Bugawan being on the court, well, it probably is a little too late now. Look at the score here. Crisscross will just move on to set 4, feeling very good about themselves. They have multiple chances to get this set. They won the first one 25-20, for those of you who missed the earlier set, for those of you just joining us now. Rodder will sneak in a point. Somebody was at the net. Buhay pa rin. Signal, but I think Signal is hard-pressed to get past this third set, and they just have to figure out what happens, and babawi na lang sa set 4. Good pickup. Even the defense of Almendras, very effective.
Oh, JP Bugawan once again. He has been very active. And the sets, basta maganda pasa, we're sure they would go to him exclusively.
The efficiency of JP Bugawan today is noticeable, no? How he has really been playing very well for Signal. But it takes more than just a JP Bugawan. As we can see, Crisscross is playing like a well-oiled machine, playing like a team, and getting the better of Signal HD. Unusual third set. And we'll take a look at the highlights and talk more about that set after the break. lopsided third set, 25-12, and I don't think Signal knew what happened. They were blindsided, and Crisscross in the meantime just playing happy, as we know they do. Talagang umiral yung kwamsuk, yung happy ni Coach Tai.
And that probably was the most important factor, you know, in the win in set number 3, because the skills or how King Crunchers was playing, it was there naman, eh, no? Hindi naman nakita nating nawala. It's just that in the set that they lost, Signal just really stepped up. And let's take a look at the numbers. And this is another surprising thing. Only 5 attack points converted by Signal. And in terms of blocking, both teams still did well. And the 2 service aces also, parang naging momentum changer ito para dito sa King Crunchers. But what's really important to note is that Signal has been giving off more errors since set number 1. So that means talagang tinutulungan din nila itong King Crunchers. So despite the fact that the King Crunchers are playing catch-up, pero yun nga, yung service errors, that was really a lot. They already have 13 service errors
That they really have to figure out. You talked about how Signal won the second set and perhaps got a little complacent, maybe relaxed a little too much, giving way to Crisscross to just really pounce on them and to just win by a landslide in that third set. Now, if you're Crisscross, you don't want the same thing to happen to you.
Oh, yes. So they definitely should not, you know, be too relaxed, despite a very convincing win in the third set. And for Signal, of course, they've probably had that short time to breathe in between sets, but this is going to be important. They have to perform well if they want to extend the match.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting. This is something we want to see, Ivy, no? Kasi Signal, matagal na yan. We know that they're one of the most established teams, one of the most decorated teams here. So how do they adjust? What do they do coming off of a slump like that? Huge loss in that third set. How do they adjust? Yeah, they score right away. And you see that they have their game faces on, that's for sure.
Quillo with that block. And yun, that's the thing also, no? Ito yung isang difference siguro nitong dalawang team na to, eh. Kasi atong King Crunchers, even if, you know, you can see that they're being aggressive, pero they seem happy. Yun pa rin yung happiness, enjoyment. Ang Signal, serious talaga.
Serious. Whoa! And Signal, they mean business. They know when it is crunch time. And they will respond. The big one.
That's very much needed, of course. Good activation in the middle.
And now, Crisscross realizing hindi lang si Bogawan ang kanilang deadly weapon dun sa harap. Both middles, when activated, can really perform. And that's 3 in a row for Wendell Miguel. And you know, it seems like there's more at stake for Signal at this point because they are the team to beat, diba? Every tournament naman.
That's right, that's right.
So, I mean, for lack of a better description, medyo nakakahiya yung nangyari dun sa third set na kailangan nila talagang bawiin, ano? At they just really need to make up for that.
And that's probably going to live in their memories for quite a while. Because, you know, I'm sure they would expect to lose a set, but probably not by that much.
Quick. I think that is the go-to play now. We know Zapat and Bogawan, whoever is in front, just activating the middle is, I think, the way to go.
But what has changed here is the good passes that Signal has been having so far in the set. We've heard the coach Dexter mention about that. You know, I think it was in second set. Oh, yun yung nawala eh.
Jude Garcia doing his thing. When he gets a chance, he will put it away. 17 points now for Garcia. Oh, that was a tough one. Ramirez was quiet in the third set. Most of them were actually. Ayun, and that's off the block. And Crisscross getting that point. 2 quick points for the King Crunchers. And if you're crisscross, you want to end it in 4. You
That's
do
right.
not want Signal in the 5th decider. Because if there's one thing about Signal, they know how to finish.
But the point goes to Signal. There was a touch. There was a touch from the block.
Yeah, Polvorosa owning up to that. That check ball. Garcia with 18 points already. 52% efficiency rate for Jude Garcia. Just saying. Taas. Whoa! Louis Ramirez all alone.
And the blocking of Signal is just on point here in the set. The focus, really.
They're just really zoning in on their blocking and ang sagot naman ng crisscross, bilisan yung mga plays para hindi maabutan. Both teams performing well in blacks. Of course, crisscross #1 blocking team, but Signal is not far behind. They are #3 as a team in terms of their blocking. Crisscross struggled a little bit there, but Almendra still manages to score off the block.
Smart move from Almendras.
One more time on that last play. Talagang ginawa ng paraan eh. Medyo nagkagulo dun sa crisscross. It wasn't the cleanest of passes. Oh, wow, just wow. Jude Garcia. Those deadly jump serves. That's 19 for Jude. Napakahirap naman talaga itaas yun.
Oh, another service ace.
In a row. And look at crisscross. I mean, the fun has not waned. These boys in orange enjoying, just having a great time here today against their staunchest rivals.
I think it's safe to say, that Signal is really feeling the pressure here in this match.
Buhay Pambola. Crisscross with another chance here. Oh! And a little miscommunication there. Isay and Jude Garcia just did a collision. And we saw si Ish really looking back and forth, and kahit tayo di natin alam kung saan pupunta si Ish, and that was just a miscommunication. That was a communication error. Things happen.
That's right, that's right. So,
yeah, they're still smiling.
Isay didn't know that Jude was coming for that hit at the back.
But crisscross still in the lead here. But Signal keeping it tight. Oh, now they're tied at 7 after that last mistake on the side of crisscross. Almendras, bumawi. Oy, labas. That cut shot a little too wide for Nico Almendras. And Signal will get the 8 points first. Just a 1-point lead for the HD Spikers.
Phil Oil, Eco Oil, and San Juan for your Spikers Turf 2024. Coach Dex Clamor said, kilala ko masyado yung players ng Criss. I mean, look at them. Kung gusto talaga nila kami talunin, kaya nila. He noticed doubtful HD Spikers on the court. He said, focus on what's next. Control your emotions. Exactly what you said, Miss Ives. Kita sa body language. Coach Dex reminded the boys about their conversation yesterday regarding pressure facing the much improved King Crunchers. Their score in the third set was very foreign to them, like you mentioned. He said, I know you are physically tired, but your mind has to be stronger. Rest tomorrow, work tonight. Para naman dito sa Criss, they are happy to be mirroring their practices this week. Miss Chicks, Miss Ives.
So this isn't a surprise after all. From what we hear from you, Mika, they have been having a heck of a week, and it shows even in their body language. You're right. It's been a lot of fun watching the Criss King Crunchers, even in the middle of some errors. Nakikita natin kanina, nagkabungguan dito, struggling. Despite the effort on the defense, they remain upbeat.
That's right. And again, this is one of the best rallies that we've seen so far. Nanonood ka, napapagod ka. Ano pa kaya yung naglalaro sa loob, di ba?
And really fatigue beginning to
Yeah, definitely.
show us up as a factor. Nasa semifinals na tayo, and from the looks of it, Rasigan, he is celebrating the point.
So it was Ramirez who touched the net, the free point para dito sa King Cruncher. So again, for Signal, it's just really a matter of minimizing those errors, because the King Crunchers, of course, can score from the offense, pero wag na nilang tulungan yung puntos, di ba, with the errors.
And that combination attack, seen it many times, work for Louis Ramirez and company.
Gandang bawi ni Louis Ramirez after committing that net violation error. And the play works well for Signal. Bugawan able to make the blocker commit. So isa lang ang nagbabantay para kay Louis Ramirez.
Oh, big serve there too. Almendras.
Oh, another net violation error called against Signal.
So somebody was in the net and that three-man block. One more time. Sino ba yung nasa gitna?
Looks like
JP ba?
JP Bugawan. Back-to-back net violation error.
That's a good first ball. Oh, look at that setup. Perfect.
An excellent hit by Ronquillo.
Ganda nun. And these are the set plays. I'm sure inaral na nila. You know, you're going up against the #1 blocking team. Like you said, I think you gotta get the really creative and crafty.
And Ronquillo has also been scoring the points quietly. You know, he's really not as flashy as the
Yes.
other players, but he gets the job done.
And so Sosafat in this fourth set in particular, he came out guns a-blazing and has been a real factor here for Signal in set 4. Must win for the HD Spikers.
So blocking would be key for Signal here in this set. I mean, they really have to make it more challenging for the attackers of the King Crunchers.
Whoa! But Glorioso with that quick conversion. So it is a much tighter fourth set. And Signal, of course, they are playing a must-win set 4. If they want to extend it. We are expecting a 5-setter, but Criss wants to go home in 4. Wendell Miguel has other plans, clearly. Signal with a 3-point lead. One more time on that nice cut shot by Miguel. And Retamar, we've seen 3 setters already from Signal. So nakikita din natin talaga na hanggang ngayon hinahanap pa rin ni Coach Dex kung sino ba ang mananatili on the court. But this seems to be one of the things he has to think about. The other thing is yun na nga, paano ba talaga itong mga service na to? Ano bang kailangan ko sabihin sa kanila to get their serves in?
Yeah, 15 service errors is a lot, you know, in one game.
Lucky break for Signal there with Gian Glorioso also lapsing into error.
Tatablahan nilang sila sa service error. But all told, it's that's right, only 5 for CRISS. Double digits now. Whoa, nice up by Wendell Miguel. Pero bumawi pa rin sa offensive block signal. CRISS wanted that point for sure.
Excellent block from the King Crunchers. The frustration on Wendell Miguel. Nang hustisyado sa aking save. Ang ganda pa naman ng pagkakaangat ko.
Hindi namin nakalimutan yun, Wendell. Nasa highlights pa rin.
That's right.
Uy!
Oh, miscommunication on the side of Signal. Oh, that was very rare. We don't see that often in their side.
And eto na ang CRISS. Umaarangkada na naman. Getting dangerously close to Signal. Ooh. Of course, Owaratamar, a rookie, a very decorated setter also. And the advantage, matangkad kasi. Pero, yun, bumawi agad. Luis Ramirez is his choice. And Ramirez scores point number 16. He keeps going for the hands.
That's
the
right.
smaller blocker in Ish Polvorosa.
And he has scored a lot, for those off-the-block hits. Malabunga is blocked, but ball still alive.
Good defense by CRISS. Boom!
What can you do about that?
Yan ang malaking problema ng CRISS. Si JP Bogawan has really delivered for Signal today, and they are up by 3 in the second technical timeout. Back at the Phil Oil Echo Oil Arena with a bunch of beauties enjoying the action here one more time. This is definitely worth a slow-mo. Kahit sa slow-mo, ang bilis eh.
Ang bilis pa rin. Slow-mo na po yun sa mga nanonood sa TV. Yes, that was already a slow-mo. Wala na yata yung slower dun sa slow-mo natin.
Tumalbog pa rin ang bola. Buhay pa rin.
Good defense. Bugawan once again, but Marasigan kept that alive.
Yeah. Bugawan got checked that time. And look at this rally. Marasigan going for it, and he will get the point. Isay Marasigan, the team captain, during the second technical timeout, we noticed that it was Isay Marasigan who led that huddle. And malamang sa malamang, talagang binabasa din niya yung tendency ng mga former teammates niya at kinukwento din niya sa kanyang mga
that's
sa
for
boys
sure.
niya.
That's
Ano
for
ba?
sure.
Paano? How to read them. He has a real good read on these players. And that is outside. Untouched. And another error here on the attack. And napakalaking video challenge ang minumuestra ni Coach Dex. It's a black touch challenge.
So then again, this could be just, to break the momentum.
Yeah, and give the boys also a chance to talk, no? We've seen Coach Dex pull this off a couple of times or the past sets na rin, na klaro naman na wala namang questionable. Tingnan nga natin. Well, I guess there would have been parang lumapit naman sa mga daliri, pero wala pa rin.
There was no touch.
Still no touch. And yeah, it could just be Coach Dex breaking the momentum, just using his challenges. Ayaw niyang sayangin din. He has one more in this must-win fourth set for Signal HD. Ramirez leaps, and look at that double block.
And I think it's Ish once again.
When he gets it, he gets it. Kasi alam niya na siya rin yung tina-target, being the smaller of the two blockers.
Let's take a look at that once again. Yeah, because definitely, of course, Lumi Ramirez will avoid Kim Malabunga.
And si Ish, he's one of the most prolific scoring setters. He has 3 today. Almendras going solo on that one. Ramirez again will get the ball, pushing it, trying to get past the blockers, and again, Ish Polvorosa has the same mind. My bad. And some new guys coming in for Signal. Silang at the serve. Mark Calado also in the game.
So Signal keeping 3 attackers at the front line.
Oh, and never mind the two-man block. Almendras is completely avoiding that.
And just how can he, squeeze that in? It was a very tight.
Yes, perfect execution for Almendras. Again, he really has found his place here in crisscross, no? Parang ang tagal na nilang magkakasama. One of the prize catches for King Crunchers. And that's off the block. Bawi agad si Mark Calado. Luis is coming in fresh. Coach Dex talked about the fatigue factor. So nakikita nga natin, kaya inuunti-unti niya yung kanyang mga players. Everybody getting some playing time. Good first ball there by Almendras. Marasigan manages to keep it in play. Almendras just sending it over. Where will Silang go?
Of
Quick
course,
one
to Bugawan.
Pero may pito. It was Gian Glorioso at the net. And that one pays off for Signal. It would have been a point anyway.
Not the flexibility of JP Bugawan in mid-air.
Yeah, he has the longest hang times talaga dito sa Spikers turf. Back row attack. Garcia exploding from wherever. One more time on that last one. That one gets past Silang. Si Drew Garcia, kung minsan isipin mo siya talaga yung siya yung prototype, siya yung kinunan dito sa Spikers
logo.
turf logo. Bugawan is stopped. Miguel is stopped. Let's see what gives here. One more chance from the right pin. Did Calado get the point? Doesn't look like there was a check ball. Calado's calling for it.
Too much angle on that hit.
But Marasigan and boys were so sure it was clean, and Signal is not even going to challenge that one.
We're now tied 19 all. Oh, this gets interesting now.
Jao Mandal back on the court. Oh, what a play! Beautifully executed there by Signal.
And ito'y sayaw, di ba? Talagang choreography. Excellent hit from Luis Ramirez.
It's really good for that. It's a Ramirez and Garcia showdown among the wings. And of course, si Bugawan is having a heyday today too. And Glorioso. And from back row.
Garcia is asking for it.
And this is familiar. This is something you see going against very strong blocking teams. Great play there by Crisscross this time. Both of them just taking advantage of the strength of these attackers from anywhere on the court. Boom! Good defense by Almendras.
Oh, but a net violation error on the side of Signal. That was also a good pickup on the side of Signal.
Just wow, the points coming from all over the place, not just the plays, no? Maganda naman nila nilalaro, pero ang dami rin mga infractions. Ayun, kitang-kita. Somebody at the net, Marcalado there. And we have a timeout.
Okay. Pasa lang ulit. Maximize mo. Ha? Okay? Maximize. Hey, next. Pagka may pumapalo, cover tayo. Okay. Ikaw, hindi mo kailangan pa rin ng zone 1. Palo yung diretso. Sunuran lang. Ha? Pasa, let's go.
Oy, go, tayo naman! Let's go! Signal! Signal!
Well, Signal back to what we're used to seeing. And this is the Signal that we know. Forget about the third set. They are back in action, but CRISS has been playing at their peak.
That's right. And a very, they're playing happy. I think that's one thing. So the energy or the kind of vibe that you see on their side of the court is different. So again, parang they really are enjoying the game. While both teams are celebrating each point they get, parang celebration dito sa mga boys in orange, iba eh.
And that was off the block. The challenge was there. The blockers will challenge every ball that comes their way. So we're tied at 21. Potentially, CRISS is trying to not only score a rare win against Signal, but to do it in 4 sets.
Right. Para siguro sila, tuloy na natin ang history. Nakakuha tayo ng mababang score o magandang score ng third set.
Yeah, but that's going to be, that was an unforgettable third set for CRISS. Whatever happens today, panghahawakan nila yung ginawa nila sa Signal, the beating that they gave Signal. Woo! And just the pain continues because Garcia is unrelenting.
And I think, like for Jude Garcia, he could already smell victory. And the way that he's playing right now,
he is just hot.
he's really pumped
on
up.
fire.
Yeah. Parang hindi mo nakikitaan ng bahid ng pagod eh.
Ben Magalay coming in at the serve. Oh, that one floated out, unfortunately for CRISS. Break for Signal. They're still tied. You know that Signal is a composed team. They have been in situations like these many times. Let's see if they can pull through this 4th set. Extend it to a decider. Is going for Jude again. Why not?
And
Will
you
not
can't-
second guess.
That's right.
The choices of
That's
Ish.
right. And you really can't have just one blocker going up against Jude Garcia, especially if he's this pumped up.
Jude Garcia with 24 already. And we see him score in the 30s in this league, no?
So 24 is nothing. It's just,
Just
a regular day.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just another day in the office. But believe me, this is not going to be just another day for CRISS. No matter how it ends, they had that 3rd set where they pounced on Signal. Joel Asia is the setter. That's outside. A little too much adrenaline for Jude Garcia. Sabi niya, eto na.
When they're tied 23 all, but clearly the King Crunchers are an advantage here.
Signal very much alive. They have been able to shake off the errors at the serve. And this is again must win for Signal. They want to keep going. And nakita mo naman, they have gone easy on their serves and that has not been serving them well. Signal, inaalalayan yung mga serve. Tuloy, pinapatay sila ni Jude Garcia.
And that was 3 blockers going up against Jude Garcia. Like, let's take a look at that. 6 pairs of 6 hands, That's 6 hands going up. Still.
25 big points, and that is the number that CRISS is looking for. They're looking for 25th point here. Listen to Coach Dex.
Wala ka nakapasa. Hey, pag nakapuntos tayo, all 24. Sa atin ba yan?
Let's go, signal. Signal.
And you can feel the tension and talagang the pressure is definitely on for Signal. Well, Crisscross is enjoying this. I mean, even if they give up this point or this set, they have been, I mean, this has been a dream match for them against Signal
And
so far.
momentum would still be on their side, no? The way that they're moving here in the last 2 sets.
Big serve, good first ball. Where will Ratamar go? The sure ball.
Who else?
Doon na
You
sa
know?
sigurado.
And you got a good first ball,
Yeah.
so who do you go to?
And nakita mo na si Jude Garcia eased up a little also on the jump serve. Hindi niya tinodo.
And I think, you know, pretty much the King Crunchers knew that it would be given to JP Bugawan. But still, again, you know, ganun ka-efficient at ganun kabilis.
Ronquillo with a safe one. Oh! Almost. Almendras blocked.
Oh, still alive. Good save.
Oh! And I think that the net, you can consider the 7th man for Crisscross in that last sequence. Getting them to set point.
If King Crunchers win this, Pepito will be the hero. I'm telling you. You know, Jude Garcia's how many points? 24, 25? That doesn't really match with this one.
Oh, and that was really so frustrating for JP Bugawan, positioning himself where he needed to be, di ba?
Right.
Oh, this is huge. This is a big set point for Crisscross. Gatamar goes to Louis Ramirez. Here's a chance for Crisscross. Almendras going up. Buhay pa rin. Retamar will look for Ramirez again. And that's called outside.
It's outside.
Untouched by Crisscross. And look at these boys celebrating this huge, huge win against Signal HD. I think there's going to be a...
They will challenge this.
Of course.
Yeah, they will challenge this.
We should have seen that coming. I mean, admittedly, medyo malayo sa atin yung kung saan bumaba yung bola,
Yeah.
but we did see the flags go up of the Lions judges.
So it's a block touch challenge being called by Signal.
I think this is just the necessary challenge that Coach Dex is calling, but this is a last-ditch effort here.
Just to
Crisscross.
prolong the celebration on the side of King Crunchers. We say, not yet, not yet.
Pinahahaba lang. But we saw the boys, Crisscross running around as if
Right.
they won the tournament already. This was tough. It was Signal playing their game here in this 4th set, but let's see.
Oh, there was no touch. No
Lumusot
touch.
lumusot.
So the celebration continues for the boys in orange. So now they can jump for joy.
And very interesting, and look at Coach Dex acknowledging the good game that Crisscross
Yeah.
gave Signal HD. Respect talaga for the boys. We heard Mika and her report. Coach Dex really knows na matinding kalaban talagang Crisscross, and they have the talent to pull off what they did today.
That's right. So the King Crunchers really, you know, did their homework. They talagang nag-persevere sila, you know, from the very start. I think bagong form pa lang ang team. So again, very solid King Crunchers team that we're seeing here right now.
Yeah, and you know, this is not just a win against Signal. This is a 4-set win
Yeah.
with a drubbing in the 3rd set. So much really for them to celebrate, and that's why they are so happy that Crisscross King Crunchers. This is momentous for them. And the scores on your screens, and we will get a chance to talk more about this match. Stay right there. We'll come right back.
back at the Phil Oil Eco Oil in San Juan for your Spikers Turf 2024. And right now, I am with the best player of this match. Pagod na pagod, pero sulit. Jude Garcia. Jude, 25 points. As usual, you were there when they needed you the most. Kumusta ka pagkatapos ng larong ito?
Yun yun, nakakapagod kasi sobrang ganda ng game. Then sobrang nakaka-excite kasi talagang pinaghandaan nila kami, pinaghandaan din namin sila. Kaya sobrang ganda ng laban.
Speaking of paghahanda, nung fourth set, talagang pinakaba kayo ng signal, no? Pero ang talagang lumutang sa larong ito, yung energy nyo. Sabi nga nila kanina, yung practices nyo daw this week, focus talaga sa larong ito, kung paano nyo iaangat yung mga sarili nyo, at yun naman ang nakita namin. Kumusta yung buong experience sa larong ito?
Ayun po, kumbaga sobrang saya kasi lahat ng pinag-insayan namin the past weeks, kumbaga na-apply namin. Then, yun, kumbaga tuloy-tuloy pa rin, hindi pa rin tapos yung, yung conference. Sana magtuloy-tuloy yung panalo namin.
At Jude, dahil dyan, pwede ka bumati. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin?
Binabati ko yung asawa ko ngayon nandito nanonood. And then yung family ko sa Batangas, sa Pangasinan. At sa teammate namin na kinasal kanina. Krung, congrats!
Hindi nga kayo daw lahat nakapunta
Yes,
doon sa kasal niya. Kaya yan na lang ang greeting para sa kanya. Maraming salamat. Once again, the best player of this match is Jude Garcia. Miss Chicks, Miss Ives?
May pagod din pala to si Jude Garcia.
Akala ko hindi siya napapagod eh. Hindi mukhang eh. But that was a very exciting match. I think that was, and I can't find another word you need to use, pero talagang we would expect, of course, that this would have gone in 5 sets, but the King Crunchers really, they were able to take control, and yun nga, yung kapit na meron sila. And this is the numbers for the set number 4. And what's interesting here is ang talagang naging nemesis lang ng Signal dito sa match na to is yung kanilang errors.
Yeah.
So if you look at the numbers, it's Signal that's basically on top, all of the scoring areas, probably except lang sa serve. But the three more errors that they committed than the King Crunchers, dun talaga nagkatalo
ganito kasi kalapit, ano?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, CRISS will look back at this day and they will realize that they were able to just really give the arguably the strongest team in the league really a run for their money and actually winning in 4 sets and that memorable 3rd set. That is why ang lalaki ng mga tawa nila, ang lalaki ng mga ngiti ng King Crunchers. Also, their fans
Supporters,
all over. Their supporters,
that's right.
yeah. So it's been this is really a day that CRISS King Crunchers will not soon forget. Signal, of course, still looking good. They already have 2 wins.
Yes.
And they are they have just as many wins as CRISS, and they have a couple more games to go. We have the games coming up on your screens. CRISS will be seeing Savoj next. December 11 at 4 p.m. and Signal will get the chance to play against in the guest team Kondo, and we hope you join us for that and all the action here in the Spikers Turf. We are in the semifinals and it gets more exciting. And we are glad you joined us today. On behalf of Ivy Remulla and Mika Abesamis, this has been Chikiro Puno. Thanks for joining us here at the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference, where power beats passion.